Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking at, well, a really chilling story. It comes from a listener's source.
That's right. It's about a new security guard working in this luxurious village here in Bangkok, but it's eerily empty.
Yeah, fascinating, but definitely unsettling.
Our job today is to sort of unpack this story, look at what this young man, Mr. Ko, went through.
We'll look at the rules he was given, these really strange encounters.
And the pretty shocking truths that came out later about his night shift.
It's a story that really blurs the lines, doesn't it, between what's real and something else.
Definitely.
And it's all set in this huge village, but specifically, right at the back, a quiet, dead-end alley.
Let's get into it.
Okay, so the story starts back in 2011. We meet Mr. Ko. He's a new security guard, pretty young.
And he really needs the money. Apparently his wife is pregnant, so the pressure's on.
Right, and he gets assigned this specific post. It's not exactly the best one. A guardhouse at a three-way intersection.
Way at the back of this huge, fancy village. Yeah. In a dead-end alley.
And this is key, I think. That alley is apparently known for having lots of abandoned houses.
Straight away, it sets a kind of isolated, maybe even creepy tone.
Before he even starts, his supervisor gives him some really strict instructions, like really strict.
Yeah, things like never look into residents' homes. Never.
And absolutely no entering a house unless there's someone else there, like a witness.
Keep the noise down, too.
Yeah.
And absolutely no listening to music on duty.
Seems pretty intense for a security job, right? Especially for a new guy.
You'd think so.
But, first night, long hours. He gets tired.
Understandable.
And he makes a mistake. He starts listening to some music on YouTube. Quietly, he thinks.
Uh-oh.
And yeah, he drifts off. Falls asleep.
And wakes up suddenly.
Exactly. Wakes up with that feeling, like someone's watching.
Oh, chills.
And he sees him, a big guy, just staring at him. Through the guard post window.
Wow.
He's startled, tries to get a good look, but it's dim. Can't really make out his face.
The guy just leaves.
Turns around, walks off into the dark. No explanation.
That's the first weird thing. And it happens right after he broke a rule, listening to music.
Good point. Then later, maybe 5 or 6 in the morning, Mr. Ko sees the same large man again, inside a house nearby.
Okay, so he's still around.
But then, an old lady from another house nearby on his right, she waves him over, beckons him.
And she needs help.
Yeah, she asks him to help move a table, says monks are coming to collect alms at 6 a.m.
The classic dilemma. Help someone or follow the very strict rules.
Exactly. He remembers instantly. Don't go into houses. But she insists, it's fine, just need a hand.
What does he do?
He goes in, helps her move the table, probably felt he had to.
And she says something.
Yeah, just casually, oh, you're new, aren't you? Haven't seen you before. Then tells him to get back to his post so he doesn't get in trouble.
A bit strange. Helpful, but then rushes him out.
Leaves him feeling a bit confused, I bet. Okay, so let's jump to his second night. That dead-end alley. Still dark. Maybe feels even worse now.
The atmosphere's probably getting to him.
He's doing his rounds, cycling around. It's about 3 a.m. And he hears it.
What?
A knock. A really clear, sharp knock on his guard post window.
But no one's there.
He looks. Nobody. So he steps outside to check. It's her again, the old lady, standing there, beckoning him, just like the night before.
Okay, this is getting repetitive and creepy.
She says she couldn't sleep, wakes up early at like 1 or 2 a.m. sometimes, and guess what?
Needs help with the table again.
You got it. Needs help moving the table.
And while he's helping her this time, does he notice anything else?
He does. He sees the large man again, the one from the house across the street, staring, just like before, really intently.
That constant stare, that would be unnerving.
And here's where it gets even weirder. The old lady sees him looking, sees he's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
She grabs his arm, whispers to him about the man across the street, says he's some military guy.
Whoa. A warning.
Kind of. She says, don't bother with him. He's strict, likes to criticize, meddles in other people's business. Best not to get involved.
Wow. Okay. So she's giving him advice, but it's kind of specific. And negative.
Right. Makes you wonder. So Mr. Ko is feeling really uneasy now. Isolated.
Understandably. He's alone out there with all this strangeness.
He decides he needs backup. He radios the main guard post.
Smart move.
Tells them he's feeling scared, asks for someone to come out.
And what do they say?
They're reassuring. They say, okay, we'll send Miss Amnaway.
Amnaway. Who's that?
Apparently she's the guard who usually works that post, but she called in sick the last few days.
So help is on the way. That must have felt like a relief.
Huge relief, I imagine. So a little while later, someone arrives on a bicycle.
Is it her?
Well, Mr. Ko assumes so. He's never met her. He asks, "Are you Miss Amnaway?"
And the person says yes.
Confirms it. Mr. Ho just spills everything, tells her how scared he is.
And her reaction.
She just laughs it off, tells him to come inside the guard post, asks if it's his first day, mentions how young he looks. He explains, I'm working hard, my wife's pregnant, trying to justify maybe why he's so spooked.
So they start talking inside the post.
Yeah. And Mr. Ko asks her about the old lady.
What does Amnaway say?
Oh, just casually. Yeah, she lives alone. Her husband died. Car accident.
Gives a simple explanation.
Okay. Then Mr. Ko mentions the military guy. The staring.
Amnaway's take on that?
Brushes it off again. Basically, just do your job, you'll get used to it.
Dismissive. It's interesting how she explains one thing but not the other.
Then Miss Amnaway changes the subject, asks him straight up, "Are you scared of ghosts?"
Whoa. Direct question.
He admits it, says he's terrified, tells her how glad he is she's there.
And she offers advice.
Yeah, some really chilling advice. Warns him about bad ghosts. Tells him he should pay respects to the local spirits, the guardian spirits at the village entrance.
So she acknowledges the possibility of something supernatural.
Seems like it. And then she drops this bombshell really casually.
What now?
She says the next alley over. It's even worse.
Worse how?
Other guards have seen things. Shadows, standing in houses that are completely empty. No one lives there. Oh, come on. That's just piling on the fear.
Totally. Mr. Ko is completely freaked out now. He begs her, "Please don't leave me alone."
Poor guy.
He's exhausted. He just nods off for a second. Just a moment.
And when he wakes up,
She's gone. Miss Amnaway's gone. No sign of her. He has no idea when or how she left.
just vanished. Wow. Okay. That's
Yeah.
unsettling, doesn't quite cover it.
Right, so he's alone again. Until almost morning,
What happens then?
another guard shows up on a bike. He's apologizing. "Sorry I'm late. I fell asleep."
Oh, so this is the relief guard.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
But Mr. Ko is still confused about Amnaway. He tells the new guy, "It's okay, Miss Amnaway was already here. She was here for like an hour."
And the new guard's reaction.
Utter confusion. Looks at Mr. Ko like he's crazy. Asks, "Which Amnaway? Are you joking?"
Uh-oh. This isn't good.
Just then, who appears?
Let me guess. The old lady.
Yep. Beckoning again. Mr. Ko, still trying to make sense of it, maybe prove he's not crazy, tells the new guard, "Oh, I need to go help remove the table for the almsgiving." And the new guard stops him.
Grabs his arm, stops him cold, and says, "What almsgiving? Have you ever seen monks come into this village?"
Boom. Questioning the whole premise.
Exactly. The doubt is just hanging there.
So this new guard, he sounds like he doesn't believe any of it.
Not at all. He seems fearless, maybe just fed up. He says he'll go check the old lady's house himself.
Okay, what does he find?
He comes back pretty quick, says flatly, "Didn't see anyone there."
Empty.
And then he drops the real bomb. He tells Mr. Ko in that whole dead-end alley,
Yeah.
only one house is occupied, the military man's house. All the others, abandoned, bought, but left completely empty.
So the old lady's house.
Abandoned, empty.
Whoa. Okay, that changes everything.
Mr. Ko insists he saw her, helped her. The new guard insists it's impossible. They argue about it right until their shift ends.
I can only imagine that argument. One guy thinks he's losing his mind, the other thinks his colleague is losing his mind.
Morning finally comes. Mr. Ko needs answers. Desperately.
I bet. He needs to know what was real.
Before leaving, he goes straight to the senior guard at the main post, demands the truth
Yeah.
about the old lady, about Mrs. Amnaway.
And the truth is,
It's devastating. The old lady, she and her husband, they died years ago. Car accident. They were on a trip with their kids. Car went into a canal. Tragic.
in the house.
Just like the other guard said. Their kids bought it after, but just left it. Completely abandoned.
Oh my God. So Mr. Ko was interacting with,
Something, not a living person.
and Ms. Amnaway, the guard who came to help.
This is the biggest shocker, Miss
Yeah.
Amnaway. The guard who used to work that post.
Yeah.
She died too. Mr. Ko was hired to replace her.
What? No.
Yes, and the senior guard, the one who said he'd send her,
What about him?
he admits it, says he was just joking when he said he'd send Miss Amnaway. He assumed Mr. Ko already knew she was dead.
Joking. That's not a joke. That's unbelievably cruel given what Mr. Ko was experiencing.
Horrible, right? Just casual deception piled onto sheer terror.
That poor guy. I can't even imagine.
He was completely shaken up, obviously. Took several days off work, had a fever,
The stress, the shock. It manifested physically.
but he needed the money, remember? Pregnant wife. So eventually, he goes back.
Back to that village.
Yeah, but thankfully, they reassigned him, put him at the village entrance post. Much less isolated, much less creepy.
That's a small mercy, at least.
He felt a huge sense of relief.
So time passes, he settles in a bit more at the new post.
Yeah, the immediate fear starts to fade, and later on, he actually gets a chance to talk to the military man.
The one who was always staring.
The very same. Mr. Ko actually asks him, "Why were you always staring at me?"
Brave question. What did he say?
It was surprisingly normal. The military man said he saw this new guard, Mr. Ko, going into what he knew was an empty, abandoned house, alone, moving a table around inside. So he suspected Mr. Ko was a thief. He was watching him because he thought he was stealing something.
Okay, that makes sense from his perspective. And it confirms again.
Confirms it. The military man was the only living resident in that whole alley.
Wow. So the staring is explained. But that doesn't explain the old lady,
Or Mrs. Amnue. No. And the story isn't quite done yet.
There's more.
Eventually, his job rotation brings him back. Back to the dead-end alley post.
Oh no, seriously.
Yep. He'd gotten more used to the job by then, felt, less scared maybe, tried to rationalize everything that happened before.
Told himself it was fear, the joke, the isolation.
Exactly. But one night, he's there, alone in the guard post, and he sees her.
Don't say it.
The old lady, peeking at him, beckoning, just like before.
Oh man, after all that.
This time he just breaks all the calm, all the rationalizing. Gone, instantly.
He panics.
Completely panics, runs out of the guard post, just sprints flat out towards the village entrance, abandons his post entirely.
Running for his life, basically.
Heart pounding, gasping for air, and as he's running, he encounters someone. On a bicycle?
Who is it?
The rider calls out, "Hey, where you going? You can't abandon your post."
Okay, another guard.
Mr. Ko stops, tries to catch his breath, tries to explain, "I saw her, the old lady, beckoning again."
And he looks up.
He looks up at the person who stopped him, and the final, absolute chilling realization hits him.
Who was it?
The person on the bicycle. Calm, maybe even a little spectral.
Yeah.
It was Miss Amnue.
No, my God.
He fainted, just collapsed right there on the sidewalk, out cold.
I think I would too. That's terrifying confirmation.
A resident found him the next morning, unconscious, gave him first aid.
And after that?
After that final, undeniable encounter, Mr. Ko resigned, quit the job, never went back to that village.
I don't blame him one bit. What an ordeal.
So what do we take away from this? It's such a chilling mix, isn't it? Isolation, job pressure, breaking rules.
And this terrifying slide into what really seems like genuine supernatural encounters.
It makes you think, though, how much did the isolation play into it? The fear, that cruel joke from the supervisor.
Absolutely. Really shows how perception can be warped, especially when you're alone, scared, and being actively misled. Was it psychological? Or was the veil between worlds genuinely thin in that alley?
It forces you to think about how we know what's real, right? Especially when things are designed to make you doubt yourself.
Yeah, the deception element is crucial here. It wasn't just him being scared. People were actively contributing to his confusion and terror, whether they meant to or not.
So for you listening, what stands out most from Mr. Ko's experience? Do you think it was all in his head, amplified by fear and circumstance?
Or was there truly something otherworldly happening in that dead-end soy in Bangkok? Something unexplainable.
A really unsettling story to think about. We'll leave that question with you.